Yeah, it took me some time to be able to make this video, but actually had some good stuff that I went over, and have all the stuff here from like games from my childhood that I thought were the best, and they were basically the best ones that I, played and remember from like years ago. You know, thought just to make a video. These are like the top 10 basically best games that I played that just like hold like great nostalgic memories. And the first one that's on the list was actually Grand Theft Auto 3. That case has where. Um, this game was not about to make the list at first. It was debatable. Like everything down to like the missions, the main character is cool. They don't make like dope silent protagonists like that really anymore. You know, just the weapons, like everything about the game, like the side missions and the people that you were associated with. You jump from one game to the next. So my favorite game was the Yakuza, like the Y. They were like the coolest ones. They had the Japanese chick that ran it. You had like those top secret missions, um, but then like she betrayed you like everybody else. Um, it would have been cool if they would have made like a spin-off based on them, like solely just based on the Y. Then he had like those cities where you would go like across the bridge. You'd be like in a suburban area and like the fucking gunfights in the game, like the gun recoil on the blue copy versus I don't know what like how the PS2 version is like, but that gun recoil was like it felt like you was blasting a gun in real life. It was like it was cool as hell. But yeah, this is like the favorite GTA out of all of them. I think three is the best one. Um, I have to actually I had to go actually and go look at because I witnessed somebody play GTA 2. I ain't played it for too long, and one I didn't bother. So I'm into probably getting those later. And then four, I just wasn't I wasn't interested in that game at all. It just looked like mediocre bullshit. And five is five. Um, there's some other ones that's they like San Andreas. It was alright. But like this one is like the best one to me. So yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3, right over there. Now boy, got Bird Guys right at number 9. This game, I remember y'all being like with a family member walking in Family Video like years ago. I think when it was still open, and it was like they had these rentals and stuff. Like Blockbuster, you go rent a game, you had to bring it back in a couple of days. So usually when I go look for the game, it'll be so like I didn't know it existed when I first walked in. I like, what the hell is that? Was that a fighting game with a cloud on the front? This like when I first saw it, I didn't believe that even it was real. I'm like, I didn't know a game like this even existed. So I think it was sold out the first time I witnessed it. I think I went back and I rented it. Man, it was like the best thing ever. I was so happy when I rented that game. I didn't even know that this game even existed. It was amazing. It has like this RPG where you're like in a dungeon, and that kind of has some like crazy storyline, and it had all the seven characters like Sephiroth, Tifa, Yuffie, um, Vincent. It was like basically just a beat 'em up hack and slash. It had mini games on it. Like I remember my friend had downloaded this game to my laptop. Like it was probably over a decade ago. Laptop, of course, is broke, but used to play the hell out of this game when I was on trips, like on a laptop. And the game, whenever I was able to rent it, I could, but it was a rare game. Like you didn't see it in stores like that either. So yeah, I'm glad I flagged the game down. It's kind of going up in price. You know, people online, these PlayStation 1 sellers, they just don't keep the stuff in good condition. They're missing manuals and all kinds of crap. But I actually found one that's in good condition. Actually, I'll get this open. You got Final Fantasy 8. Some mini disc. And I'm glad I got it. It's dope. Alright, now we got Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Oh boy. Uh, when I first, it was another situation similar to Ergots. I walked in Blockbuster. And I was walking up the aisle, and like the Xbox, it was a interesting time. Like when it first dropped, you saw stuff you never saw before. I'm walking up the aisle, I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this? Like, it was another game that I never knew it existed, and it was just sitting there like nobody's business, right? I know it was Dead or Alive. Oh, it was a franchise. I'm like, I didn't even know that they would drop a game like this, but this game is like legitimately fun. You know, if somebody told you that it wasn't, they're lying. Okay, it has a dope ass soundtrack. You know, it has all these different features which you can do with the girls. Of course, it's an M-rated game. Um, yeah, but the quality of the game, like, it's it's different. Okay, like, also like, whenever I checked out, it's like it was this one chick. I walk, cause I rented this game 5 times in a row. I literally rented it over and over again, and every time I check out, the chick would like look at me like kind of suspect. She would like dot her eyes to the side and then like look the other way. And then when I walk out with the game, she'll turn and she'll just still be looking at me while I'm walking out. It was like it was like every time I got it was funny, but yeah, this is definitely a nostalgic classic pickup. Definitely recommended. Um, Too bad because the way things are these days is just uh, society's too soft to allow stuff like this to come back. It really sucks. But yeah, that's for another topic. But yeah, DOX definitely a pickup. And we have Sonic 2. This is a not for resale card. I don't think it doesn't make it any more valuable, but just for the simple fact, like this is like the first console I ever had. It was the OG Genesis. It was my actually console that I actually owned that I got. I forgot whether it was for my birthday or not. But this is the first game I got on there. Okay, so that's just nostalgia in general. This is like literally the genesis of when I started gaming. All right, I would play the game. I played the shot in this game, played it to the end. You know, everything about like just the layout of the scene. You know, like this playability. It was just iconic for its time. And then, of course, like the last stage, the depth zone, was fucking insane. I'm like, you seriously gonna make a game this hard for a kid to beat? Because I think I got setback. I got like my shit pushed it a couple times. Like they going back to the beginning and starting over. I think by the third time I got beat. I went back and I beat the game. So I got tired of that. You know, getting stuffed at the end shit. So I think it took me 20 minutes to beat the last boss. There's different ways to beat it, but it's tricky. But otherwise than that, like the way like the game made you feel, you know, it was like when you beat it, it was incredible. But anyway, it had a case. It's the game, but yeah, that definitely had to make the list. Number 7, Sonic 2. Also, the games on the list is basically how like how it just makes you feel as a kid. So, oh, all right, this case is slippery. It's Star Fox 64. I like your brand new case. Um, yeah, this basically it got over Sonic because this storyline. It's a very strong game. You know, all the characters. You know, is like this like there's this like cohesiveness. I'm saying with the characters and how they like they treat each other, and the banner is funny. Um, most annoying character, everybody knows who it is, but I just like Fox's character. He you go through the game, and you playing this, you know, he likes to fucking just take shit on in his own hands. And we go to get to like certain stage. I like how the whole setup of the game. You like take different paths. It's like literally 3, 4, 5 ways you could beat the game. Then you got like offset paths where it takes you. You meet friends you never saw before. Like anybody that talks about this game, it always brings up how freaking ambitious it was. And it's like hasn't been the same. Ever since its release. And also it's you like how you beat the game. It's like you didn't beat it right. It's because it's like two endings. You got one where a fake ending, like flying in the sunset, and Andros laughs at you and shit because you didn't kill him. So that lets you know you like messed up. You didn't beat the real game. Then when you beat the game, you don't see that at the end. It's a whole different layout. Like the whole part, like when you like when you kill Andros, you almost get killed. You see your dad. That's like emotional. It's like iconic. It almost brings you to tears. I was talking to my cousin about it. He said like the game actually made me cry. Like it's very few games out there that like actually touch you. Like you got other RPGs, which I'm gonna bring it up later. And this game like Final Fantasy 6. There's some games that got some really good writing. You know, but yeah, that's one of the ones that like actually like it had a good storyline. It was well built, good playability. It touched you. It made you feel a certain way when you beat the game. It's basically it's easy for this game to make anyone's list. But yeah, this Star Fox 64. Um, yeah, this one Soul Blade. All right, I didn't own a PlayStation when I was a kid. Um, Mostly had like 64 and stuff like that. And yeah, like this is like the first fighting game I actually picked up, which I knew was this is like I'm gonna be playing this like for the rest of my life, which I have never laid off the Soul Calibur franchise. But this is where it started. It's it's I mean the controls is like for starting off it's alright. But like the main characters, they came in the game and you know it was a very strong release. Okay, anybody who likes like a sword on sword action game that doesn't have supers and it has pretty decent mechanics, you know, this is a game for you, right? Because I remember just playing. I love like getting off school like on the weekend and going like families' houses and like playing the game whenever I had a chance to, you know. So it's basically what started like me really liking getting into fighting games. Kind of funny. They took a shot at Tekken 2 on the back of the game. I guess Tekken 2 was like raining at that time. I don't know why the game's graphics are trash, but I won't knock it. 'Cause I played Tekken 2 like on the demo disc when I was a kid. Yeah, this game right here is easily a classic, right? Um, I don't know. I might pick up another copy of it. I don't know. But yeah, Soul Blade. Can't say anything negative about it. Now we have Final Fantasy 7, which I'm actually surprised it came at number 4. I'm surprised it's actually that high. but I have to give it to it because of the time and the hours I put in as a kid. This is iconic of a game. I know it's mixed reviews, like, oh, this game's overrated. Kiss my ass. I'm like, this game deserves the credibility that it gives. It paves the way. All right, nobody was really like trying to mess with RPG gaming like that till this game came out. Now I didn't know that there was all this hype and stuff that came where people. I didn't know it was lines of people. I thought it was another release, and then it got its credibility later because I didn't play it in '97. I played it in '98. You know, when you're a kid, can't really afford to just go buy games. And back then, the games were expensive as hell. You know, so I actually got the time to play the game and actually beat it. You know, setup about the game, like even down to like Cloud's like design, everything about it was cool. You know, like the storyline already what it wasn't always it wasn't just it wasn't thoroughly laid out 100%. I know there's some like plot holes and stuff, but you can't say that Sephiroth wasn't a badass boss character. You know, Tifa Lockhart has a strong fan base. You know, it did shit that other RPGs just did not do. Like those weapons, you know, the iconic, the paint. I still haven't killed any one of them to this day. Maybe in the future, but there's just like the Easter eggs also in the game. It'll be like 10 years pass, people still learning stuff about the game. That's how deep it was. It went was, you know, how ambitious it was. Um, yeah, like I remember just playing the shit out of this game. Like in other RPGs, I'll just play like I'll be in calm somewhere. I'll be on level 30. I'll just power the characters all the way up. So I like to breeze through and just destroy everything when I'm playing the game. You know, when I'm going through the storyline. You know, like it's very you know, unique how they made everything um when they laid out, you know, like the playability, where you have all these different ways you can, you know, kill people. The limit breaks were dope. I mean, there was a lot going on with this game that made it good. I mean, so I lay it's in the middle for me. Like when people say it's overrated, I think it's in the middle. But like as far as the game, it's nothing really too bad you can say about it. All the stuff is there is complete. I don't know. I was thinking about getting another. I like the case has some wares to it, but kind of been trying to charge on it too. But yeah, yeah, the 70, you know, definitely goes in the list. Now you have Dead or Alive 3. Now this is high on the list for a reason. Like during the Xbox era, um, there was a handful of games that came out. Xbox library wasn't too big. Um, so like this is one of the games that just did it. Right when it dropped, I knew this was going to be like a classic. You know, me and my cousin, I'll be over his house playing the game because this also the reason why it's so high on this list. This is like around the same era that like Pokemon cards that came out. And you would collect and you would play Xbox and stuff, and like we got done trading, we go play the game, just play the shit out of it. You know, like the graphics, it holds up to this day. Character models are dope. It's back when Jan Lee actually was Jan Lee and he wasn't kind of watered down like how he was. You know, they had like the jiggle physics. I mean, everything that they're doing, like watering down everything about it. Back then, they just released the game. They didn't care how the females were. You know, they did their thing. They had a good soundtrack. Everything about this game just screams classic. You know, like, and arguably this game is the best game in the franchise next to 2. But I truly believe this is like, you know, 2 is legendary, but I think this might be hands down the best game in the franchise. So like this is one of the games you just go back and just play it, you know, not get tired of it, like for how well it held up versus a lot of old fighting games where they like trash now. It's actually like it's a well built game. So never forget this game. You know. Also the Christie cover looks way better to me. Then we got number 2, Pokemon Stadium. yeah, yeah, this is high on the list, alright. This is back in the era when the game just it was when the card game dropped and they at first it was the Game Boy games and they started releasing the other games and Stadium came out. It's very, very iconic. They won't release Stadium 3 for whatever reason. I guess they think it's not worth it, but down like the battles you have in like the evolves, like fight each other. Everything like the mini games, iconic. Me and my cousin stayed up to 3 o'clock in the morning. Falling asleep, waking up, playing the dumbass mini games, even though some of them were generic. It still was worth it. Two, it didn't, for the time that the second one didn't like. For the time it came out, the trend was going down. So, but this one was like at its peak. So that's the reason why this is it's so high, but it deserves it because it's so nostalgic. In the last game, number 1, is blue. All right, I stayed up to 4 o'clock in the morning playing this game. I was got it when I was a kid. I've had the same copy for over 20 years. When my mom bought it, and then this game dropped for the card game, so everything falls in line. Right when the game dropped, the card game came out. It was all like perfect alignment how it all came out. Characters maxed out, like really powerful at the beginning of the game. We beat the game. It has, this feeling you accomplished beating the game is like great, And then you could take it, put it on a stadium, run matches. Everything about it is good. This is old. I don't know if it still works. It might save, might erase, the memory might not even be there. But I'm gonna have to test it. But definitely, that's number 1 game. It definitely belongs on the list. Yeah, that's all the games. This honorable mentions that I forgot to bring up, like Interactive Sample Volume 3 for PlayStation, Pokemon Stadium 2, which was a runner-up. I might do an honorable mentions video. Sort of Berserk. It was another game. I walked in there as a kid. I looked at it like, what the fuck is this? What is this? For the Dreamcast, I bought it, and I haven't had a copy of it in a while. It's going up in value. Diddy Kong Racing is another honorable mention. I'll have a copy of it. That's when I was a cousin. My cousin had it. I went to a whole nother town and they both had their 64. It's the first time I ever saw the 64, and they had that game there. And I'm like, what is that? This is a 64. Like, yeah. She popped in the game, and started playing it. This nostalgic memories. It was great. But yeah. But I'll most likely do a follow up of this video if I do the honorable mentions. But yeah, it's pretty much it. So yeah, all right.